One thing that I didn't see many people talking about was actually that little hand at the end of the showcase. And in no other place of the whole 1-hour presentation there was something about that power. But we got a little glimpse, I think it was a 10 seconds clip, about a guy just reaching with his hand and using a power that was very like Skyrim power. Because Skyrim also from Bethesda, so we kind of made the link there. In Fallout, they didn't have much space to make that kind of power happen, because the lore was already established. I mean, with some kind of crazy scientist, but so far the lore of Fallout doesn't have it. So that hand reaching there also kind of remember Neo from The Matrix, with his stopping bullets hand. What really remembers me that is the game Control from 2019, where you had many abilities that you would use with your hand. You have like a push ability that's very like the Fusroda from Skyrim, but in the showcase it's a kind of a push with anti-gravity and slow motion. The thing is that these NPCs, they are wearing astronaut suits, so they know how low gravity works, but it's not just an anti-gravity thing. It seems like that he has stunned the NPCs with his hand, as also making no gravity. Other powers that we can take from the game Control, so you can use your telekinesis to grab something on the ground, use it as a shield, maybe a plate or a table, maybe even the body from an enemy. You can also maybe catch and throw projectiles. First game I remember playing that had this kind of mechanics was Portal, so this also brings us to the thing that maybe portals happen here. Because in one of the trailers there actually was a portal forming with those pieces that the player had grabbed from these sites with this alien technology, so maybe we will even have portals in this game. Who knows, maybe you can like travel from one place to the other just in an instant? Yeah, that would be sick. Also levitation, I mean, you can use anti-gravity on the other guys, right? So maybe you can use it on yourself. The jetpack might have some limitations. Maybe you can just lose little bursts and not go flying all the way to the moon. And in that case, maybe levitation is one of the things that you're actually gonna use. Another thing from the game Control is the mind control. Besides using your charisma, you can use mind control. Maybe one of the powers would actually be to tame some of the animals, some of the wild animals in those planets. Maybe be able to actually ride one of those. In the trailer at least there was some very scary beasts. Take one of those, ride through an enemy camp, you know, just have some fun. One of the powers that might happen is actually becoming invisible. Both in Skyrim and in Fallout we have this mechanic of becoming invisible. That's very cool for someone that wants to play stealthy, or maybe for someone that just wants to steal something without using a bucket in the vendor's head. So yeah, they have been very secretive with this power thing. There probably is gonna be like a wheel for power control, and I think they're gonna show it maybe a new showcase closer to the release date. This seems to be like a central thing of the game as the shouts were in Skyrim. I think 99% of the time I used Fusroda. It was just so cool to see the NPCs flying around. Like if I had a very OP NPC I would just shout him off a cliff and GG easy, this is Sparta. So those were the ideas I had about the powers in Starfield. Actually, how we're gonna call them? Maybe just powers, maybe supernatural skills, alien skills. You can see there's a little glimpse of this chosen one, just like there was in Skyrim, but in this case what are you gonna be? If those alien portals are like something all those aliens had, the superpowers, or it's just like you were a chosen one, you have the right genetics for that. Like in Skyrim you were the Dragonborn and here you are the Explorer born. It's really excited. It really brings me the excitement I had back when I was a teenager playing for the first time Skyrim, and I bet the same thing is gonna happen with Starfield.